What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Today, kind of a negative video. Not really, it's not that big of a deal, but I'm gonna talk about what they don't tell you about lowering your car. I had something happen. It's not the biggest deal. I'm getting it fixed tomorrow, but it's something I never heard about, and it's something that people should probably know about if you're gonna lower the car. So, we're just gonna go get some gas, and then we will get into the topic for today. I will see you in a bit. Ooh, am I gonna scratch? Am I gonna scratch? Going out of the driveway is the funnest part of the day. Let's see if I'm gonna rip my bumper off. Ooh, no scratch today. The splitter lives another day. So while we're driving up there, I guess I can tell you guys a little bit what happened. So as you know, or if you don't, if you're new here, I lowered my car on H&R Sport Springs. It's an M5 E60 about, I want to say like 2 months ago. And it's been fine ever since. I have no problems with it. I still don't really have problems with that. It's not the issue. And I would definitely never go back to having this car raised up because it just looks terrible. I just fucking rubbed the wheel again. I also have spacers on it, 20 millimeter in the back, so those tend to rub a bit, but hey, you gotta look good. I was driving home from work last week, and no, it was this Monday. And a lady pulled up next to me and she goes, "Oh, there's something hanging off the bottom of your car. You might want to get that checked out." And I was kind of like being the asshole that I am. I'm like, yeah, okay, it's just a low car. You don't know what you're talking about. And then I got home and I'm like, well, I better just look just to be sure, you know? And I look underneath and sure enough, my engine shield, so it's the cover on the bottom of the car that keeps the engine safe from stuff on the road and the road itself, was like hanging off. It's like dangling a bit, and it's actually catching air when I drive. So when I hit a certain speed, it kind of like makes that like sound. It hasn't done it yet today, so maybe it ripped off, but who knows. But anyway, so I'm gonna show you guys what that looks like when we get back, but I'm getting it fixed tomorrow, which is Friday, because on Monday, I'm taking this car to the track for the very first time, which should be super fun. I'm excited for that. And so I just want to make sure everything is perfect and ready to go for all that. So yeah, the engine shield is the big issue with this video today. And I think it's because I've lowered the car and everything, and I have I basically have two front lips on it. I have a lip and a splitter on it. And I think that over time, I don't know if it's because I've scraped or I've hit something, or just over time the engine shield is worn out because it's an older car, but it's hanging off. So let's have a look at what that looks like. Okay, so I actually haven't looked at this yet since the lady told me about it, and I looked at it in my driveway. So that was like at the beginning of the week, and now it's Thursday. So hopefully it hasn't gotten worse, or hopefully it's not gone, as in the engine shield's gone. So let's have a look. See that up there at the front? That thing hanging down right... Where's my finger? Right there. That thing. That is the engine shield, and it's like half an inch off the ground. Maybe not, no, it's like an inch and a half off the ground. That is super low. Jesus. There's like pieces hanging off it. So I've definitely scraped that on something. It's gonna be harder to see from the front just because the splitter's in the way, but let's have a look. Oh, you can't see shit. Right there. See all that stuff hanging off the back there? Oh, it's way worse on the right side too. There, that. What the fuck? So this is actually what I wanted to talk about, obviously. So when lowering your car, this is the kind of stuff you got to keep in mind, stuff that can happen like this. It's just with age, I think it happens, and it's just maintenance costs you have to think about if that's something you're looking to do. For me, this car's a 2006, so it's an older car. It's 13 years old at this point. I've had it for 2 years. It's gonna be 3 years in November. Stuff like the engine shield isn't the biggest deal in the world as long as you take care of it quick, or else it can become a way bigger problem because it's obviously the engine, and this car's already got a bad enough reputation with that. So when you're lowering your car, keep in mind the other costs that come along with it. It's not simply you put it on bags or springs or coilovers and then it's done. You got the maintenance costs of keeping that underside of the car maintained. If you're really OCD about it, I'm not, and you want to keep your splitters and your side skirts and the diffuser or whatever else you have on it, if you want to keep that all like pristine, then stuff like scrapes on the bottom, you have to be prepared to do touch-up paints on that or pay for touch-up paint. For me, I've already scraped this, my front lip I've scraped a bunch. This splitter I've had for a couple weeks now, 2 weeks now. I've scraped it a few times. It's not the biggest deal to me. It's all on the underside and it's just money. Like at the end of the day, that's the splitter looks good. If I need to get a new one in a couple years, I'll just do that kind of thing. But definitely something to keep in mind. As you can see, my engine shield is like falling apart on the bottom. It's basically hanging off by a thread. So I'm taking it to the shop tomorrow. Gonna be there for the whole day. I'm picking it up tomorrow night. It's gonna get fixed. And then we are going to take this car to a track actually on Monday, which I'll make a video on. I'm taking it with my dad. I kind of did it as a Father's Day gift. I thought it'd be fun if we could race the cars basically together. So he's gonna sit in the passenger seat with me. I'm gonna hopefully get a GoPro by that point and I can actually film some stuff, and otherwise I'm just gonna use this. Should be lots of fun. And lots of good stuff coming to this car. As always, I'm super excited about it. Also, clothing company updates coming. Lots of progress made on that. I'm very excited to start talking about that. Can't quite show you the samples yet, although I do have them upstairs. But that's coming soon, I promise. So, basically to summarize this quick video, watch out for little things on the bottom of your car that you need to maintain, because that's something nobody talks about when you get your car lowered. All those other maintenance costs. So for me specifically, it was the engine shield on the bottom of this car. It's starting to deteriorate. Tomorrow I'm taking it in. I don't know if he wants to put a brand new one on or if he's going to modify and repair the one that's on right now. I can update you guys that on social media. Speaking of that, if you haven't, follow me on Instagram. I'll leave it down here. I've also opened up a Facebook page that's got something like 60 likes already, which is pretty cool just for opening it for a couple weeks. I post everything on there. I post some behind the scenes stuff that you don't see on here, on the Facebook page, on the Instagram stories. Make sure you go like the Facebook, follow the Insta, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Always love talking to you, and as always, thank you. See ya.